Hey folks, it's Eric from Support Adventure. As a digital nomad, you want as little hassle as possible to find a nice place to work from. You want friendly people, a good vibe around you, and you want you want some potential to socialize and either meet other foreigners or interact with the locals. And you'll find people quite accommodating. The locals will be very friendly and able to give you a very easy ride in getting there, getting up and running, and enjoying their countries. So, the first one on the list, number one, Thailand. And you can see the smile that comes on my face when I mention Thailand because it's just a place where I've even associated the smell of the air when you land on the airplane, the first gust of Thailand, and the smells and the feeling and the vibe to be like I'm in a place that is basically my paradise. I mean, life there isn't perfect, but they definitely are very accommodating to tourists. It's a major driver of their economy, and a lot of people go there for longer stays and basically just fall in love with the place and the easy sort of way of life there, the exotic culture, the Asian culture of Thailand, and of course, the weather. So it's my favorite destination for the winter in Europe. You know, normally I'm based in Europe, in a country I'll tell you about in a minute. But when I go to Thailand, it's just like complete relaxation because the culture is all about relaxing and enjoying and getting in touch with yourself. And, the food is great. Oh my God, the food is great. You can get a massage for almost no money. The cities are charming. The culture has this feeling of like you can relate with it because it's very warm. The people are very warm, but it's also at the same time very exotic and Asian, but in a way that's accessible. It's accessible. Bangkok is one of the world's most visited cities, if you look at the last 10 years, for example. And it's a place where you can just go and know that as a foreigner, you're going to be taken care of. And it's cheap in a lot of cases. Maybe not as cheap as some other destinations, but if you know how to live there, if you're eating the local food and staying in one of the cheaper locations like Chiang Mai is a beautiful city that you can stay in, then Thailand is probably a great place to start your journey as a digital nomad. On the negative side, I would say that the language barrier makes it hard to connect with the locals, definitely. And basically, the other thing is the time zone. If you're working remotely for Europe, it can be very tedious. If you are working remotely for the Americas, like US or Canada, it can be extremely tedious because from US and Canada, it's 12 to 15 hours time difference ahead. And from Europe, it's 6 or 7 hours time difference. So basically, if you're going to work on a creative project and just sort of travel and you're doing your own work on your own schedule, Thailand's a great place because you'll get the focus, you'll get the sort of environment to sort of go into your creative universe and drive some results. For example, working on the marketing for my business was really good there, working on the systems and stuff like that. But if you have like clients and people to talk to all the time who are in Europe or North America, you're going to have some late evenings and it's not going to be the funnest thing to work from Thailand. So that's something to think about. But everything else is great. Also, I'll warn you about Chiang Mai and Bangkok during the burning season in unfortunately, some of the best months to be away from Europe and North America, January, February, March. It's really bad, the air quality there. But if you go in the south to the islands like Koh Phangan and Koh Samui in those months, it's beautiful. And I really enjoyed my time last year in 2020. I got stuck in paradise on the island of Koh Phangan for 3 months, and I lived there while everything else got shut down. And it was a great life, and I loved my life there. So peaceful, interesting, but infrastructure was good enough so that I could work from my laptop, from paradise, from the beach. Thailand is, I think, my favorite country to work as a digital nomad.